Hey everyone, it's Sue Flunk Poo. It's been a while. It's been a long while. Holy crap. Been really busy here. And it's been unfortunate only in that the being busy part is good. Because anybody who's kept up with me understands that nowadays I am doing what I've been wanting to do for a long time. So it's a good busy. But it doesn't mean that I haven't had chances or opportunities, redundant, to still look around, see what's going on, and who's saying what here and there. The excuse me, the small circle of people that I guess you could say I can communicate with within the Twitter / YouTube community. Oh man, it's just bonkers these days. People who were once friends just several months ago, like beginning of the summer at the latest, I believe, are now scheduling fights with each other. And wow, it's just been crazy just to kind of see it happening and unfold. Well, I just hope that certain people get their money. I guess if the rumors are true. But one person that I think the last time I really had, one of the last few times I've really had anything to talk about necessarily. Man, it's been since about April. I've posted videos here and there, but they're just. Well, they're there. They're there for me. Well, actually, they're all there for me, and for the few people who have been kind enough to subscribe to my channel. But one of the last few things I really felt like I had something to talk about was back in late March, early April. Had to do with the whole bully hunters thing, and many of us probably remember that. Excuse me. And by the way, guys, I'm little stick. Not as bad as I was. I've actually gotten better. So if I sniffle or cough, I do apologize, and hope you'll forgive me for that. Out of that whole bully hunters thing, it seems that the main target of that whole I guess you could say fiasco, and I don't feel bad about calling it a fiasco because even the main target of ridicule admitted herself that it was a fiasco, and that was Natalie Casanova, better known as or also known as Zombie Unicorn, and I've continued to follow her since that whole thing, and I went into her stream and she was and just kind of talked to her, and I was trying to be cordial with her, and she did actually communicate with me directly after the live stream I did with Maddie the News Chick and Suicide. May leave a description for that. It's kind of a long stream, but anyway, and there a couple of things that the girls had said that they didn't really believe that she was at any meetings or taking notes with the whole bully hunters thing, but she did DM me directly and was just kind of showing the notes that she did take. Now granted, none of the notes were dated, but I don't have any reason to believe that those notes were not genuine, and I never shared those. I did a follow-up video to it, and they're not sharing the DM'd video that she had sent to me because she asked me to not do that, and was just and I just want to respect her wishes to not do it because she did say that she was eventually going to do a video about it, which I don't know that she ever did. uh, because what I do, what I still follow her of her besides Twitter is Twitch. I don't believe I follow her YouTube channel. Excuse me, but I don't know. I just if she posted anything about it, I never caught it. Well, anyway, she has. I've caught a couple of her streams, and I've donated to her a few times because I do genuinely like her streams. I mean, she's got a good personality, and if you've watched her, and her streams are generally interesting to watch. And but if I were to admit anything, and I did admit it on that live stream with Maddie and Suicide, was that I have developed a little bit of a crush on her because, well, if I'm being honest, physically she's got things that I am interested in women, and the fact that she's got a good personality, in my opinion, doesn't hurt either. And she does seem like a pretty intelligent person as well, which is also an attractive quality to find in women, at least as far as I'm concerned. All right, so a little bit of a crush on her, just to put that out there. But even based on the bully hunters thing, what she said and what her statements were about online bullying, I had a pretty good idea from that what her politics were. Okay, and never needed it to be confirmed. But whew, this the whole Cohen thing, it's just turned people into it's just turned people into crazy folks a little bit. I mean, now not insane. It's just believe whatever the fuck you want. Just believe whatever you're told because you have some personal grudge against the president. God. And man, just don't understand it. I don't get it. I never once so disliked President Obama that I was, excuse me, that I was willing to believe just anything. I actually took the time to look into a lot of the shit that was being said. Oh man. Oh, and it hurts my head a little bit. It really hurts my head. So, Natalie tweets out her opinion on the Cohen sentencing memo. Gosh. And I tell you what, I'm going to make a treatment of her tweets exactly as they are written, without any evidence. Okay, so I'm not going to feel any particular need to back up what I say with evidence. Okay, I'm going to back up what I say with nothing other than what I've read so far. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh geez, let's get on with this. Oh, here, let me get the let me get it up first. Ooh, yes, I said it like that. Okay, so she tweets out, we could have impeachment talks as early as January. Christmas coming a little late this year, but I'm totally okay with this. Hashtag individual one. Okay, so for those of you who are out of the loop, individual one, as it was put in the Cohen memo, is supposed to be Donald Trump. Okay? Because for whatever reason, they can't refer to him as Donald Trump because I guess if they do it that way, they could be in legal trouble for doing so. She goes on to say, it's crazy to think we're in the middle of history being made. Well, history is being made every day. I guess she means something a little bit more specific. Oh my gosh, this dark time is coming to an end, and we'll look back on this someday and think, quote, how the FK did we let this racist, misogynistic, narcissistic Cheeto become president in the first place? Well, Natalie, if you happen to watch this, let me clue you in. It's because of shit like this. Yeah. Particularly this. Oh my gosh. never have I seen so many adults turn into children by calling the president Cheeto. Gee, I mean, before you know it, Cheeto's going to be a racist remark. Okay. So I have a question to ask. And if there's a response to it, I already have an idea of which direction it's going to go. But I'll not try to put thoughts in people's heads or whatever. But in the few exchanges that I have presented to you, Natalie, have I ever seemed or come across like a racist, a misogynist? And I don't really have... What's narcissistic supposed to fucking prove? To be honest with you. Obama was narcissistic. Nobody complained about his narcissism. But he was. Okay, so let's just deal with racist and misogynistic. Okay? Did I ever come across as one of these people to you? Or having either one of these characteristics? I don't believe I did. Okay. So this idea that somebody who is not a racist or a misogynist would vote for somebody who is a racist or a misogynist without actual evidence seems a little incredulous. Okay. Basically, all you've got is, things that in Donald Trump's history that were construed to be racist or misogynistic. But not actually proven to be either or. Okay, you want to talk about the denying people government housing in one of his buildings? You first have to prove that the only people who were requesting housing being paid for by the government in any one of his buildings were only black. Because guess what? A majority of people who receive government housing benefits are white. Now we could talk about percentages and all that, but just like a majority of people in the U.S. who receive welfare are white. Okay, we could talk about percentages and whether or not the percentages are proportionate to the number of people. But if we're just talking about, raw numbers, white people take a majority of government benefits. All right. But, again, if you want to know how the hell this happened, it's because of remarks like this from the left. We'll just make the accusations without any real or hard evidence. Right. And there's something she says. Yeah, here we go. The potato queen. Okay, if you say so. Thank God, it's just surprising to me the amount of people who really don't care. How are you guys not following this? Is it... Yeah, I would agree that there are probably a lot of people who don't care. But there's also a lot of people who just don't buy the hype. Really. Just not. So this is the thing that she says, that Natalie says, that kind of surprises me here. My life doesn't revolve around politics, which is why I appreciated you never really commenting on them. It's not that I care that you are, but at the same time, I'm just, kind of questioning the statements you're making. But it is what it is. But I try to stay informed. The former journalist in me can't go a day without perusing a bunch of news sites and articles. But why is the journalist in you seemingly not actually doing the damn research? Natalie, I'll bet dollars to donuts, and I could be wrong. I absolutely could be wrong on this, that you haven't actually read the memo. Okay, nothing in the memo. See, are you hoping that they'll impeach Trump on exactly? Huh? The memo doesn't say anything about Russian collusion. That's one thing. And right now, the best you or the news, the news, such as it is pointing to is campaign finance reform. Are you aware of how hard it is to prove campaign finance violations? Do you really? They tried to nail John Edwards on campaign finance because guess what he did? He paid hush money to a mistress that he was screwing around with. I mean, if you think it's bad enough, because I think somebody commented here in your thread, if you think it's bad enough that Trump would screw around with a porn actress while his wife was pregnant, imagine being John Edwards screwing around. I don't know why I clicked that. Screwing around on his wife while she is dying of cancer. I think both of them are equally egregious. Well, no, I take it back. One is a little bit more egregious than the other. Yeah, and I'm sorry. I personally feel screwing around on your wife who's dying of cancer is a bit worse. Yeah, I don't support either one. Neither should happen. But yeah, there's that. And speaking of campaign violations, let me see. How recently did this happen? Let me have a look. Obama campaign. I looked at this earlier today. Violation. Okay, so there is this. Oh, geez. Snopes. All right, so this is from Politico, and when was this dated? Oh man, this was 2013. So President Barack Obama's 2008 campaign was fined $375 by the FEC for campaign reporting violations. Yeah. And the John Edwards one. Oh God, I forgot I was going to treat this like this thread is. Not going to support it with any actual evidence. And this is all news, And this isn't a whataboutism thing that I'm trying to do here. Oh yeah. It's just really a matter of nobody seemed to give a shit when Obama got fined $375,000. Yeah, for some form of campaign violation. I know campaign reporting versus what the hell is it? Damn, I should have kept that up. Didn't even really. I'll be honest, I didn't really look at the detail as far as what do they mean by reporting. Let's have a quick look. Let's see. The fine laid out in the details of the documents that have yet to take place arose from an audit of the campaign. What are we talking about? Finances? Okay, which was published in April. Politico obtained a copy of the excuse me, conciliation agreement detailing the fine. Let's see. Let me do that. See, their first $1 billion FEC declined to come in at the time. Record-breaking $3 million. Oh. So he didn't report all his money. Oh. Obama didn't report all his money. Okay, well, anyway. So, again, the whole thing with campaign finance violation is that it's very hard to prove. I mean, John Edwards walked because they really couldn't prove that there was any real campaign finance violation that had occurred. Because, again, it's really hard to do that. So I don't know how they think this is how impeachment's going to happen. You know, without there being any proof. Okay. Well, being able to prove it, I guess. I don't know. And you know, what are you hoping for? I mean, well, I guess I hope you understand that at the very least Trump's not going to be indicted because the Justice Department has already said sitting president will not be indicted, and it's not even Trump's Department of Justice that's saying this. Okay. There was something else. So yeah, somebody was asking. Oh yeah, but we get Pence after him, and he's way worse. Pence is way worse. Okay, well, if we take it in the context of campaign finance violation, well, Pence isn't even being investigated for that, and Pence hasn't paid any porn actresses any kind of hush money because Pence himself, by his own words, and the fact that nobody's been able to prove otherwise, won't even have dinner with a female, whether or not it's somebody that works for him or just some business associate, without there being at least other people there at the dinner. And what's funny about that is that the left gave Pence shit for that, called him a misogynist for not wanting to appear questionable out in public because he only has eyes for his wife. That Pence, he's a backward ass person. Anyway. Okay, so anyway, it's most likely that Mueller is holding off until he has indictments for everyone so the chain of command doesn't fall into the hands of him or someone else. But what? What are they going to indict Pence on? I haven't even heard CNN or MSNBC even mention any investigation into Pence. Now, that doesn't mean that they haven't, because it would surprise me if they haven't. It really would. But on what? Because you guys still, what? What do you think they're going to nail him on? Because you actually still believe that he wanted to electrocute the gays? Man. What? What are they going to indict Pence on? So I'm sorry. Where is this journalist in you that you say you have? I mean, I would love to know what they have on Pence that they could possibly indict him on. Okay? Please. I'll gladly wait longer for this to be the case. So, if you don't mind me asking, how did you feel about the whole Hillary Benghazi thing? Did you have a particular opinion on how, did you have a particular opinion on the pace of that investigation? I just don't understand. I mean, okay, so what this appears to be right now, whether it be from Natalie Casanova or from mainstream news media, is a bunch of damn wish casting. Okay? Hopes and dreams, because they want to get President Cheeto. Orange man bad. Okay? And I really don't like coming off condescending or anything. Because, like I said, I actually do respect this lady because, one of the reasons I didn't mention why I respect her is because, in the face of the whole bully hunters thing, regardless of how you feel about her responses to questions that were being asked of her, and especially on the stats that they were quoting, she did not go away. She did not wither and go away completely. She took some time off. I think she was gone for about a month, maybe, and she came back, and she's still doing her thing, and she's still gaining popularity. I mean, that's just the truth of it. Okay, so I can respect that from her. But I just don't, man. I just don't get where this is coming from, whether it be from her or anybody else. Yeah. See, here's someone, but her emails. Yes, Emily, and I'm sure you complained that they were just witch hunting Hillary. But now that it's Trump, it's a president you don't like. Oh, take all the time you need. And what do you mean it took? Oh, jeez. Well, maybe she's okay with. Maybe she thinks it should have happened faster, and I don't necessarily disagree with that notion. I think the reason why it's taking so long is because they don't have enough on Trump. I don't think they have anything on Trump. Let's see. Even if impeached, no guarantees he leaves office. Bill Clinton was impeached, but still, sir. Yeah. Well, there's that. Oh, and here's the other thing. Okay, wait. Let me read this. He was acquitted in the Senate. Impeachment in the House is just first step. Senate holds trial. If convicted, they were then removed from office. Nixon resigned. Okay, yeah. This is absolutely true. Absolutely true. So yeah, going all the way back here. Impeachment may happen. Sure. How far do you think it's really going to go with the Republicans holding the Senate? I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest here. I think what we're hoping for, maybe not necessarily with Natalie here, but I think what's being hoped for by a lot of the left, excuse me, is just that, maybe what they're looking for is a moral victory. I believe that. No, I personally believe, and will probably be wrong given the pattern of the Democrats over the last several years. That the moderate, quote unquote, moderate Democrats will get the regressive Democrats. I'm sorry if that's an offensive comment. A little bit more under control, and impeachment will not happen. I think the Democrats will only shoot themselves in the foot if they go forward with impeachment, articles of impeachment. Absolutely. It's just a thought, it's just an opinion. Again, they will probably prove me wrong because they can't help themselves. But, as far, again, as Natalie goes, I'm just a little disappointed because I haven't looked into her history. Don't know anything about her journalism. I'm a little interested now. And, I have enjoyed the fact that she has kind of kept politics out of most everything that she's done outside of the whole bully hunters thing, because that's a political issue too. Sorry, but the social aspect of gaming is unfortunately tied into politics. It just is. Societal things, political things nowadays just cannot be separated anymore. We just won't let them be. Okay, but anyway, that is pretty much all I really have to say on that. Like I said several times, just a little disappointed to see this, but not surprised at all. It's not going to get me to stop following her. If she watches this, it might get her to block me from everything that I follow her on. I'm just, I guess the disappointing end of it is that I just don't know that there's enough intellectual curiosity going on there. And I could totally be wrong, but man, it's just so many years on the internet of talking and debating politics. I just when I see things like this, I just history has, or experience rather, has shown me that when you get commentary like this, it's usually not backed up with actual investigation going on. Like nobody's really, these people who make comments such as this. Sorry, I don't mean to say. Okay, I'm not going to apologize for what I'm saying. I'm not going to. If she blocks me, she blocks me. That's just the way it is. Okay, But anyway, just when I see comments like this from the left, I'm just like, the history, the experience I have is just, there's no sincere intellectual curiosity involved behind it. Again, could be wrong. You know, not that I expect to be proven wrong at any level. It is what it is. Anyway, guys, I need to wrap this up. This has gone on for a bit, and I just want to have a little bit of outro music with this. I do apologize to everyone for, not really having posted anything for a while, but it is what it is. And Christmas break's coming up, and hopefully, get a little bit more time to do some more commentary. Man, I still have like a lot of things that I had queued up that I want to talk about months ago. My only concern is that we might be a little bit far removed from those things that may be kind of irrelevant to talk about. Hopefully, over the next several months, also I'll be able to return to live streaming. For no other reason, because I like doing it that way. And the few viewers that I get, I enjoy having in the chat. Anyway, do appreciate it if you have taken the time to stay here for the whole half hour plus. We'll have some donates in the bottom, because even though I am following my dream in my career, it don't pay a lot of money. So every little bit helps. It really does. Thanks so much for stopping by, everyone. And we'll see what's coming up next time. Thank you so much. Have a great one. Merry Christmas if I don't see you beforehand. Happy New Year.